So why the formal attire?
I'm gonna put the microphone closer so you can actually hear me, maybe. So, this is very awkward to just talk to my phone. I do not have a proper webcam, and I think it's a waste of money because I already have a phone and I don't plan to do much where you get to see this. To sum up AniRevo, my first impression, very, very good. The place was big. There were a lot of people, surprisingly. Even during, like, it was like, for most of the weekend, almost 30 degrees. It was super hot. Okay, disclaimer. I know my drip do be dripping and whatnot. It is immaculate. I wanted to wear it during all 3 days of when I was supposed to be there at the convention. But, it was so fucking hot. Okay. I'm Canadian, right? I know people in the States have it much, much hotter. But for someone who's accustomed to, like, more colder weather, I was boiling alive. Like, really. It was super, super hot. So, most of the time, I couldn't don the garments of the gods. But, yeah. This video may not contain too much, because I know this video is gonna be like a month late considering my time and how I manage it and whatever. It's absolute garbage. So the video is just gonna be me talking about like what happened during the days and whatnot. Yeah, so day 0.
And zoom in.
Day 0 happened on Thursday. Thursday, July 28th. This was the day when you could pick up your passes and whatnot if you order them online. So I got some extra money to spare. At the time, I got my pass like late June. I got it for a fat 10% off. I know, I do be mad ballin'. It was about $100, and I also got a free t-shirt and a lanyard. Right over there. Oh, over there, the orange one. That do be the lanyard you'd get for free if you got the premium merchandise pass. When I first went into the building, I had no idea where I was going, right? It was the first time I've ever been inside that building near Canada Place, which is where the convention took place, right? The lineup started when you entered the building. It started from, if you turn right and take an escalator down, that's where the lineup would be to pick up the passes. When I got down there, I was like, I think half an hour or an hour after the line started. No, I'm lying. It happened, like, I went there early because my premium pass purchase pickup was supposed to be on Thursday, the same day on Thursday, but it happened, I think, around 2 o'clock. And I went with my friends around 1 o'clock there. There was no premium purchase pass lineup, and the line stretched super long. It was super long. It went from down the hallway and almost into the eastern side of where the convention is. Where the western was where all fucking weebs and whatnot were hanging out. The eastern side was where all the professionals would go to work. What am I saying? No, it's where all the office people would go to work and like do their stuff and whatnot. So yeah, day 0 was just me waiting in line for like about an hour. The past lineup wasn't that bad. We've gotten there an hour earlier, half an hour early, but the line was still super long. The line was super long, but they managed the line pretty well, right? To get your pass from the line downstairs, you went up the escalator and kept going forward until you go to the main floor. and there was more lineups. To sum it up, you had a grand total of 2 lines, one downstairs where people would line up for the lineup, and the actual lineup where you would actually get your passes and tickets and whatnot. And then there was the premium pass lineup, which, you know, me, I got it. I got the premium pass merchandise lineup, so the lineup for the premium passes was non-existent. I'm very thankful for that. Whew, I don't like lineups, man. They suck. Really, really badly. Day 1. I was there 2 hours late. I was supposed to be there 10:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And you know what the dumbest reason was? Why I wasted 2 hours? I couldn't find these. I had no idea where they were. And also I had to remove my old phone case because my old phone case covered the microphone on the front with plastic, so whatever I wanted to record sounded like actual garbage. So it took me a longer time to just get it was one of those heavy duty ones too, because like the heavy duty ones, you had to like, they were properly waterproof, they're dust proof, like you could shoot a gun at it and it wouldn't dent. They are heavy duty, but they do not come off easy. Cause my old phone case had like those screws. You had to have like a specific tool where it looked like this. Looked like an upside down L, where like a certain size you had to put it in. You had to put in the hole and then screw it out, right? 3 screws were completely fine. There were 6 screws in total. 3 screws were fine. They were easy enough to take off. But the other 3, they were stripped. They were stripped screws. So no matter what I tried to do, they couldn't come off. So I had to wait for my dad to come home and to actually like get a proper toolkit to like fix or to not fix, but like fit the tool into the strip thing so it could actually turn. It took him an hour and a half for him to just come home. 30 minutes, I couldn't leave because I couldn't find my glasses, and I was like, whatever, I give up. I can't find it. But enough about that. As I said before, the convention was held in Canada Place, in that general area near the docks, on the western side. I had no idea where I was going because everybody else I went with, so it was me, Henry, Marcus, and his brother. His brother went off his own separate ways. My homie Paul was supposed to come, but he got word that he was going to visit his family overseas at Jordan. So I was like, whatever. I'll get him like a couple things because this is something he really wanted to go to as well. There was a time where my friend Henry led me to the opposite side of the convention without my knowledge. So he told me, oh my god, this is so stupid. Okay, this is one of the worst descriptions I've ever heard of him saying his surroundings, right? When I asked him to show me where he was or like describe his surroundings, he gave the worst description possible. He said, go downstairs and everything's blue. I'm like, what the okay. So I went to where the old lineups were, where I went to pick up my pass. I kept going forward, trying to look for blue, right? I went to the eastern side. Oh my god. I roamed in that area for at least a good 15 minutes. There were like 10 people in full work suits and whatnot. It was a fucking hot day out. They were professional people with work suits. They were looking at this 20-year-old little weeb and they're like, what the heck? Why is he here? Who are you? So I went all the way back. I called Henry. He wouldn't answer his phone. Then I called Marcus and he said, you're at the wrong side of the building. Henry's being a big dum-dum. So I went back to where I was, and then I'm back in business. So I met my friends near the vendor area where all the shops were, and you can like get all your merchandise. Oh, you so long, bruh. No. When I went to the vendor hall, it was fairly big. There were a lot of selections to choose from. There were posters. There were peeking stickers. There was even like cosplayers, cosplay contests, and whatnot. There was even a talent show there where, at the time, I didn't know, but the host was there or at least trying his best to entertain whatever people stayed in front of the stage. Apart from the vendors, there were also scheduled events in certain rooms. So like there was one I went into where there was just basic VTuber tips, which slightly interests me, but not really. But I do want to try it. There was even like a small toy shop where you could buy certain packs for cards. And I'm very, 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 very disappointed because the only shop that was there for one day did not have Weiss Schwarz packs. I was so pumped for the fact that maybe I could get premium boosters for the Hololive set. And I was like, oh man, shoot, it's not there. But enough of the vendor hall and like the events, right? The first day's highlight was Kronii and IRYS. The Kronii and IRYS event happened in the main show area. So if you went from the entrance upstairs and to the left instead of the right, where most of the minor events were, you get to see the Kronii and IRYS Q&A panel. And it was when it happened, it was about like 4:30. We went there an hour and a half early, and the line was packed. It was super long. Like, the line did like they bunched up people in what is it, into curvy lines where every turn was a hairpin turn, and it kept going until the spot in the line where we were. You could look up and the line would still keep going into the right. It was pretty long. Also, another disclaimer, during the panel, video and photos are strictly prohibited. So during the Q&A panel, I couldn't get a chance to record it. But the footage I recorded was before the panel, so I think it might be okay. If not, just AniRevo supervisors, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. This was the first con I went to. I'm a super excited boy.
Oh yeah. Hello. IRYS is IRYS. Shut up. Konnichiwa. Oh, is that little Kronii? No, you have to win more myself. Konnichiwa. Yo, can I do it? No. But yeah, oh, I see some Callie cosplay, Gura cosplay. I see, yes, I do see the Callie cosplay. I'm trying to find the Gura cosplay right now. Oh, I see Pekora cosplay. Oh, that's pretty good. Really? Yeah. Ooh. I see Subaru Senpai cosplay. Ooh, so many cosplays. I'm trying to find that many of you guys. I see the Suisei cosplay, yes. Yeah. It's fine. You have bad eyes. Shut up. Is it because you're like, it's because you have heterochromia, or is it? Yeah, one eye is bad. Really, this is real talk though. I have one eye that's like farsighted, one eye that's nearsighted.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice.
imbalanced. Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
Like the Lord. Yeah.
Really?
Kinda.
The Lord tells you that you're half blind?
No. That's not what it means. It's just one eye is pink, one eye is blue, and who knows
Oh,
what
you have a pink eye. You should go get that checked. Oh, hey, I see the little sign someone's doing. Like, do you see that? The rock on sign?
Rock on set? Yeah, I think I saw it.
Yeah.
It looks like a shotgun.
Yeah, peace. I see that.
Pink eye.
You're so hung up about that?
I mean, I've actually had pink eye and it was horrible. Oh, yes.
Hello.
Hello? Oh, it's time. Sorry, no problem.
Oh, there you go.
Ah.
So how are you guys doing? Vancouver?
Are you guys drinking maple syrup?
Stop giving the wrong impression about Canada.
Sorry.
Yes, we ride polar bears too. It's pretty
Ooh, that sounds
awesome.
fun.
Okay.
TLDR, Kronii and IRYS panel, super fun. It was a bizarre experience to listen to Kronii and IRYS's voice through speakers instead of like headphones like these in the comfort of your home. It was like they were there but not there. After the panel, we hunted down for more posters and stuff to look at, and that was the end of day one. Not much of note happened during day one except for the Kronii and IRYS panel thing, but yeah, day two. It was mostly the same kind of feel. However, the only difference for day two is that, like later in the night, there was the IRYS concert, and the IRYS concert was a lot of fun. Coming from me, someone who doesn't go to concerts often and doesn't go outside often other than to work, it was a pretty bizarre experience. You know how long, like, imagine, this was two and a half hours now before the concert started. And the line pretty much, like, tripled in size. The first segment of the line was pretty much the same size as when Kronii and IRYS did their Q&A thing, right? But then there was a second segment, and it was full of people. So you had the first segment, which is like up here roughly. The second segment was down here, and it was stretched down all the way down here. And then there was the third segment where you had to wait outside in the heat. When I went inside the actual concert hall, it was really pretty. There was like, with my light stick in hand and everybody else had light sticks, the whole room was like a very beautiful shade of pink and purple. Oh shoot. Right, one last thing. On the day of IRYS's concert, Sana's graduation happened on the same day. So what I thought was pretty sweet of IRYS was that she did a last minute change for her encore. Like everyone wanted an encore because encore is encore for Hololive talent, right? But for her encore, it was supposed to be the Evangelion opening, Angel's Cruel Thesis, right? But as I said before, Sana's graduation happened on the same day, so she did a last minute change to Sana's original song, Astrogirl, but a cappella. And then when she started singing Astrogirl, the mood changed. The lights changed from from Iris's colors to Sana's colors, which was like orange and yellow, and so did everyone's light sticks. I was like, holy hell, this is one of the coolest mood changes I've ever experienced in my life. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was a surreal experience. It was really cool. Okay, day 3. Again, mostly the same things, with the except of Kronii and IRYS now being non-existent for the rest of the events. So what we did was just mainly just bought more last-minute purchases for posters. I got some extra sleeves and a deck box. The only memorable thing there was really just the closing ceremony. All the winners from the previous events, I don't think I've mentioned them yet. So there was like AMV winner, there was a cosplay winner, there was solo singer winner and whatnot. Yeah, they all the winners from the previous days would come perform for us for roughly like 2 hours. And the only good one that like actually made me genuinely impressed was there was a JoJo singer. No, there was a guy who I think dressed as Gintama, and he sang Stand Proud, which was, I think, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure opening season 3. And my god, he had a pretty powerful voice. And the other one was a group cosplay for KDA. It was pretty good. The choreography, well done. Honestly, like, honest to god, very coordinated. I can't dance, so like, good. Yeah. So that was it. Not much else to be said. Thanks again for watching. I probably will never ever do a facecam video like this ever again because I suck talking live and doing story times. Post-editing me is gonna be like, holy hell, I cut like 20 minutes off this. What have I been talking about? It does seem to rush, but 1K special is 1K special. Maybe for some reason you wanted to see the face behind the voice for whatever reason. And yeah, take care. Bye bye.